Right now on NBC26, a Wisconsin deputy shot and killed in the line of duty. Plus, the green and gold fall to the Falcons in a close game in Atlanta. And a story you'll only see on NBC26, 3 unsolved cases of missing women and the hope their families have as they search for answers. But we begin with a situation happening right now. Multiple police squad cars are still on the scene of a stabbing at a gas station at Mather and Broadway in Green Bay. Here's a live look at the police activity. Police say the victim is a 15-year-old boy. He is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries at a hospital. The 911 call came in just before 8 p.m. and the suspect initially ran from police. He was arrested about 1 block away. Police do not believe the suspect and victim knew each other, and the public is not in any danger. A forensic investigation is now underway, and the roads in that area are expected to be closed for several more hours. A Wisconsin deputy was killed in the line of duty Saturday, and tonight authorities have a suspect in custody. 33-year-old Dan Glaze was a 7-year veteran in law enforcement. Police say they had lost contact with him while he was investigating reports of a suspicious vehicle near Ladysmith, Wisconsin, which is north of Eau Claire. The Rusk County Sheriff's Department spent hours looking for a suspect who later surrendered to them. NBC's Ricky Mitchell has more on how the small community is coping.
We made a poster.
The small city of Ladysmith, Wisconsin, showing their support for the Rusk County Sheriffs after one of their own was killed in the line of duty.
It's troublesome. It's hard. We're a small community. We've been impacted greatly. We're all mourning the loss of what's happened here in the last 24 hours, and I think that as a community we need to stand strong and protect those who protect us.
Authorities say Deputy Dan Glaze was responding to a call last night about a suspicious vehicle, telling dispatch that it was in a field. Dispatch then lost contact with the deputy, and when backup arrived, authorities say they found Deputy Glaze had been shot and killed inside his patrol vehicle. Roughly 12 hours later, authorities had a suspect.
He's alive, in custody, and was transported to an area jail.
Sheriff Jeff Wallace confirmed that Doug Netek, the man accused of shooting and killing Deputy Glaze, was taken into custody this morning after a standoff with SWAT officers. Sheriff Wallace also thanked the community for the support they've shown for his department.
That's our community. That's how it is. We're a family, and that's how it is.
Officer Glaze was just 33 years old. He had been with the Rusk County Sheriff's Department for the last year and a half. And now law enforcement agencies from across the country are sharing their condolences on social media, offering prayers and kind words to Glaze's family, Rusk County, and all men and women who protect our communities. Governor Walker tweeting today his kind words for Officer Glaze's family and saying, "We will work with law enforcement officials from across the state to ensure his killer is brought to justice."
A fair amount of clouds across the state of Wisconsin out there this evening, and temperatures have been slowly dropping through the 40s. We are at 43 now in Green Bay. It's 40 in Wausau, much colder to the north, 32 degrees right now in Land O'Lakes. Tomorrow, Halloween, a big holiday, and it does look fairly nice overall. It's going to be pretty mild. Temperatures a few degrees above average. We'll top out in the middle 50s in the afternoon, and it will be windy as well as we go through the afternoon into the evening. We'll talk about rain chances, though, tomorrow night coming up a little bit later. Holly?
Thanks, Matt. Well, NBC26 is your official Packers station, and it was a close game tonight for the Packers in Atlanta. NBC26's Andy McDonald joins us live with a look at the game.
Hey, thanks, Holly. Well, Plan A is long gone for the Packers. So is Plan B and Plan C. And, well, let's just say the Packers are running out of letters in the alphabet. In addition to other injuries, Green Bay was without wide receivers Ty Montgomery and Randall Cobb, as well as linebacker Clay Matthews, as the Packers fell to the Falcons 33-32. Utility man Ty Montgomery was reportedly out with a kidney-related issue, just precautionary though, but the offense found its rhythm early on. Aaron Rodgers connects with Jordy Nelson. It's one of 3 touchdown passes in the first half, yet somehow Green Bay still trade in the fourth when Rodgers, he has to hit a diving Jeff Janis for the clutch touchdown in the 32-26 lead. A depleted defense couldn't hold up with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Matty Ice, Matt Ryan finds Mohamed Sanu in the back of the end zone for the game-winning touchdown as the short-handed Packers fall 33-32.
And first of all, there's no excuses. You know, we're all professionals out here. We expect them to play well. So and to that accord, I'm proud of our guys. And this will be an important time for us to stick together and you know, figure out what we got to do to go on a run.
And coming up later on Sports Rewind, we'll go inside the Packers locker room to hear from the players that stepped up and had to play a big role in the loss to Atlanta. Back to you, Holly.
Thanks, Sandy. Wisconsin's union workers are turning to the November elections as they continue to fight for the future of their pensions. Back in May, the Treasury Department rejected proposed cuts to the Teamsters Central States retirement plan that would have slashed their retirement benefits in half. NBC26's Billy Wagnus has more.
Since July, Teamsters across the nation have been working to unify their message.
So we came up with our co-chairs, we have a treasurer, an accountant, and a secretary now.
Joined the rally.
And they're seeing hope in the political landscape that November will bring. Organizers say union workers in 37 states have been pressing lawmakers on both sides to fight for workers' pensions.
So that after the elections, we have new Senate, new Congress, new president, we can hit the streets running with our efforts to get heard and get some new legislation passed to protect us in the future so we don't have to fight through this again.
But organizers say more needs to be done with their message on social media, which lawmakers notice.
They actually look at the numbers. They brought it up to us like, oh, you have so many thousand likes, and we see how many people are attending your meetings. And that makes a big impact.
Which is why many retired workers say more young, active workers need to be fighting this fight.
They're not even worried if it's going to be there or not, and they need to.
In an effort to save their pensions. In Green Bay, keeping you connected, Billy Wagnus, NBC26.
The next meeting for the Wisconsin Green Bay Committees to Protect Pensions will be held on December 18th. Well, everyone is safe after an early morning apartment fire in Denmark that damaged 3 residences. According to Denmark's fire chief, the blaze started around a stove in one of the units around 4 a.m. this morning. The building's sprinkler system helped to put it out. The American Red Cross is assisting those who were impacted, and the cause of that fire is still under investigation. The Appleton Fire Department is crediting smoke detectors with getting 5 people out of a burning house safely this morning. The fire started around 1 a.m. in the chimney at a home in the 1600 block of Hillcrest Drive. 3 adults and 2 kids were sleeping in the house, but they all got out after the alarms woke them up. There is no damage estimate available, but it was a significant fire, and investigators are still trying to determine the cause. Now to Decision 2016, the Clinton campaign is continuing its calls today for the FBI director to explain exactly why he is now reviewing new Hillary Clinton-related emails while Secretary of State, with just over a week before the presidential election. The Trump camp says it's more proof Clinton is unfit to be president. Both candidates were on the campaign trail today, Trump trying to seize this opportunity to boost his campaign. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has our story tonight from Washington.
Hillary Clinton campaigning in Florida, telling stories of Donald Trump's lack of charitable giving, but not directly addressing FBI Director James Comey's decision to review new emails and her use of a private server while Secretary of State.
When you're knocked down, what matters is whether you get up again.
The new emails were discovered during a separate investigation into former New York Congressman Anthony Weiner, embroiled in another sexting controversy. Weiner's estranged wife is Clinton aide Uma Abedin.
Uma, they just found a lot of them. We never thought we were going to say thank you to Anthony Weiner.
This weekend, 4 Democratic U.S. senators wrote to the Attorney General and the FBI Director demanding more details Monday, calling Comey's letter troubling because it is vaguely worded and leaves so many questions unanswered.
All we're asking for now is let's just get all the information out there on the table. There's hypotheticals flying all over the place.
Trump's camp says Clinton has herself to blame.
It's she who has put herself, her campaign, and more importantly, the nation at risk. She's unqualified and unfit to be president.
Comey decided in July not to bring criminal charges against Clinton, but called her handling of government secrets extremely careless. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Ahead of the election, both parties making a strong showing in Wisconsin, hoping to win the battleground state. Donald Trump and Mike Pence will be holding a rally in Eau Claire on Tuesday, the same day Hillary Clinton's running mate Tim Kaine will be in Appleton at Lawrence University. Her daughter, Chelsea Clinton, will be making 3 stops in the state next week, including Oshkosh on Wednesday. Information about these appearances can be found on NBC26.com. Well, still ahead, our special report looking into the stories of 3 missing women whose families refused to give up the fight in the search for answers. But first, a look at your Halloween forecast and the first days of November. Matt's got the weather next.
You're connected to NBC 26 News at 10 with Holly Baker, Matt Hoffman, weather, and Marissa Silva, sports. NBC 26 News at 10, keeping you connected.